And hello, welcome to that little gay talk show. By the way, side effects of listening to this show are vomiting, irritability, and a slight change of orientation. Hey, I'm Joel Tatum. I am a host of this show, as well as my good friend, my partner
in crime.
My partner in crime, my Billy to my Elliot, the one and only Madonna to my Cher, Miss Pinky.
Why do I keep coming up with the arch nemesis of every, like, you said in the house. You said the
Pinky to my brain.
You said Madonna. I was like, I'm the Elton John to your Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why do I keep? Mm-hmm. Anyways, hey, y'all! I am back.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I was gone. I missed you all so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was busy getting older last time.
Mm-hmm.
We would have settled for growing up, but that's fine.
Good luck.
Hey, you just do you, I guess. I suppose.
But
if that's the thing to say to millennials now, you just do you.
Is that a millennial thing?
Yes, no, it is.
It is.
You just do you, and as long as you are happy with you,
that's like a complete blow off. Oh, just do you.
I thought that sounded more like a Facebook, one of those Facebook.
No, I think it's a blow off. Like, I don't want to hear about your shit. You do you, and leave me alone.
Well, you know what? I feel like it's more like one of those spiritual things that all your friends always leave. Hey, it's gonna be okay.
It's them trying to be that.
You're gonna make it through life. Life is gonna be great.
You know what I hate? Mm-hmm. Do all the things.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love that actually, but do you is like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna ignore you anyway. So you should probably do you because I'm gonna do me.
Right? Yeah.
It's just them trying to pretend like they're still being a group or a pairing without actually being a pairing.
I use it to say, just be yourself to a certain extent. That's what I use it for.
Can I tell you something? On Facebook, that really grinds my bones, I guess, if I were to say it like that.
You got half of that right.
I don't care if I got any of that right. I'm just saying.
You sound like a millennial.
That's fine.
I don't get the references.
But I don't want to get the references. You don't get half of our references. So
Less than half.
That's generous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very generous.
Being yourself, can we get a little less of everybody being themselves and maybe try to be better? I don't understand why the phrase "be yourself" should be the end all be all phrase for humankind.
Well, I think let's.
If yourself is a serial killer, don't be yourself.
No,
please,
I think you should. If your intercourse would kill people, I think you should do what's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't deny what your deny what your being is.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you watched the vampire trilogy?
There's so many vampire things. I don't know.
The Anne Rice one, like, be true to yourself.
There's so many vampire things.
If you're a vampire, you should suck people's blood.
But that's a euphemism for sucking other things. You know that.
I was going to say I'm a vampire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would make the whole gay community vampires.
I'm a booty vampire. I'm a baby vampire.
Okay, everybody went silent on that one.
There's a stretch. I'm going in dry here, so everyone's faces look like I'm going in dry.
Is that why it hurts so bad?
Okay, that's why it hurts. You need a decent lube.
Because the wheels are not greased.
Yes.
Clearly, y'all.
Well, we're all sober here, too.
What did you think?
Except one of us. One of us is not sober.
I went and got a half pint of E&J brandy because I'm like, wait a minute. We've been here since 5 o'clock.
Waiting for.
Yeah, I don't think they should use it. I don't think that you should use it as a cop out for self-development.
No, alcohol
like they
should
are.
never be used as a cop out for any kind of development at all.
Right, and that's what it
anything,
is.
Alcohol, like according to the commercial, should be used for fun.
Silly goose. Talking about, I was getting back to your point about Facebook and be you, or what was it you were saying?
Well, no, every time I open my Facebook page, everybody's leaving all these like little spiritual how to live life or how to
I love
live
those.
life or
I love those too.
they used to be great
yourself,
at first, but now they just
No, I love it because you could be having a bad day and you look on Facebook and it's like, I needed that right now. It's like it was meant to be.
I had a bad day, but
some of us are emotional.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us need to get a life. Just live your life, bitches.
But let me ask you, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to see something positive or somebody bitching about their life and how hard they had it? Because that's
actually more fun.
It is passive aggressive.
That's actually more fun. Listen to someone bitch about the fact that... Hold on. Listening to someone bitch about the fact that they had to stand in line for 15 minutes to get a cup of coffee. That's your day? That was your day. There are people who are starving or who are going through some hard shit, but your day was... I stood in line at Starbucks for 15 minutes because I cannot understand why the barista was taking so long and blah, 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 blah.
Wait, you have people in your feed that are... This is what's on your feed?
Yes.
Can I just say that person has zero right to complain because they posted that post on their Facebook from their mobile phone while they were standing in line instead of using the Starbucks app and ordering ahead to avoid the line.
Exactly. But don't you get another line when you have to do that?
No. I mean, only if you order it when you arrive.
Speaking of Starbucks, the one that's on North Bracewood and 610, like on rush hour... The line comes literally out into the road, and it's blocking traffic. And it's like, Starbucks. I mean, why would you wait in your car 30 minutes to get coffee? Just walk the fuck in and buy a cup.
Right, it's a fucking walk-up Starbucks. And there's plenty of spots open when they do that. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. On top of the fact, they all drive, anyone making that left just drove past the Starbucks in Fireland Plaza.
Right.
Where they could have just...
And were y'all aware that if... Because I learned this recently, I would say a couple months ago, that you can do refills for like 50 cents on regular coffee and certain drinks.
I'm a gold member,
if you actually bring your cup back, they'll just give you a new one. But the fact that you brought it back... No, you have to stay there. Your next cup of coffee is 50 cents. No. I've left and come back the next day with my cup of coffee. They gave me a brand new cup, and it was 50 cents. Either that or he really liked me.
He really liked you.
He really liked you.
It's one of the benefits for the Starbucks rewards program. Like, I'm a gold member, so as long as I don't leave the Starbucks, I get unlimited free refills.
You're a gold member? What does that mean?
It means that
you get should. Do you pay for that?
What now?
Do you pay for that?
No, you just spend a certain amount of money.
Oh, I see.
You don't spend a lot in Starbucks?
I don't go to Starbucks normally. I did today.
Oh, okay. Just today.
Yes.
David gets major. He is such a Starbucks person. He gets major points.
Yeah,
majors. He'll order now. David, if you know David White,
he's always got that tea.
He loves.
You said David White.
Go up. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
David White. You know, David White loves his tea. He loves his green tea. He keeps it in his little... Everywhere we go, he has his green tea right there in the little car console.
Their green tea is too minty for me.
He loves it. And
I'll try everything. Every
time he picks me up for no matter what event we go to, no matter what we're doing, there it is right there in the thing. And I'm like, you really love... He goes, girl, look. I can literally walk into any Starbucks. It's right there. If you're a gold member, he might be a platinum member because he is. They automatically know what he wants at certain Starbucks. That when he walks in, he just gets it, and I'm like, good Lord, girl.
Right. I used to go with my friends to Guadalajara. The bartenders usually knew us by name, and they already were like the regular. I was
in my 20s. At just about any bar in Detroit. By the time I was done waiting in line, my drinks were made. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. You realize that we are now...
The mailbox.
The mailbox?
9 minutes into this show, and hello, we have Elliot sitting across the table. Boop, boop. Which next week it might be a different name, so y'all just...
No, it's been Elliot for a while.
It has been Elliot for a while. You know, I forgot your real name for a couple of times.
And it's funny because I sometimes have trouble remembering which one and at what times because in reality, outside of the podcast, I don't call you Pinky, and I am a slut.
And you just can't get the name straight.
That's right.
Been there.
And so I don't.
I just get all your names wrong every time because
that goes back to that whole mother. That goes back to that whole mother thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
I made you lose your train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, and we have Miss Carlos sitting on the other side of the table.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Right.
Mucho gusto estar aquí con esta bola de vatos, locos.
Mm-hmm. This is Houston, Texas. So, she's just doing her thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, Houston is like 50% Hispanic.
If not more, yeah.
Houston is now considered one of the most diverse cities, even more than New York.
It's actually the most diverse in the country.
It's either one or two. I think it took San Diego or San Francisco a couple of years ago.
I think it did, yeah.
I think it knocked one of those.
I like the fact that this city, we have everything under the sun. We have both cultural festivals, we have food, everything that you can think of, and it's just
I have a serious complaint about that though, because we do not have anything like remotely kind of like bodega or coffee shop / whatever that's open 24 hours to go and hang out.
Can we please make that happen? Let's make that happen. Let's put that out there in the
There's no coffee shop that's open 24 hours?
Yes, there is.
I have been to... Hello.
Cats is not a coffee shop.
Cats is not a coffee shop.
Neither is IHOP or Denny's.
However, I have been to a halal restaurant that was open 24 hours. So there are halal restaurants that are open 24 hours.
Yeah, the one just right down here.
There's actually one off, if you go to the southwest side of Houston, which is...
a coffee shop that is open 24 hours.
Just somewhere, right, like a Starbucks where you can sit in quiet and like
which
work
was
or
off,
study or whatever.
There's one off of Hillcroft and Bel Air. That's sitting in a little corner in a little shopping center. They are open 24 hours. And their food is delicious.
I think a coffee shop. I think it would have to be a restaurant that would be open 24 hours. What's the rationale for? Why would a coffee shop be open 24 hours?
To give people somewhere to like go and hang out at night.
That's IHOP.
So how many people really?
I don't even know.
How many clientele are you going to have?
In San Francisco, I don't even know if there's coffee shops open 24 hours.
There's 24-hour Starbucks in Detroit.
There is 24-hour Starbucks here.
Yeah, but who wants to be out in Detroit at 3 o'clock in the morning?
It's not Detroit. It's Birmingham. Lord have mercy. Detroit. When I say Detroit, it's like Houston.
I can't think of a 24-hour Starbucks in San Francisco. I could be wrong, but
I mean, they just exist. Like, there's more than just the Starbucks. There's like Zato's Cafe, Java Hut. You know, all of these places that are open 24/7 is just like artists or people who are up or whatever. It's not the post-bar crowd. It's it's just people doing homework and whatnot. In a
there used to be, and that was...
Well, this town's very sleepy.
It was more popular to study and do that stuff out in during that period of time in the late 90s.
But I will tell you this, as the city has become a bit more, I don't like the idea of saying that the city is sleepy. The city is starting to wake up. This is a city that has become so diverse that there are places now that are open super late night where you can hang out and get some great food or get some coffee or those kind of things where you can do that.
Yeah.
Now, to clarify, there's 3 Starbucks according to Google Maps in Houston that are open 24 hours.
The only one I know is Post Oak, and it is closed from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., which for me doesn't qualify as open 24 hours.
Well, no.
Their drive-thru is open 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
But they close the inside.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And for me, it's like, say the drive-thru is open 24 hours, just like they do at Whataburger, and say our lounge is closed from these hours to these hours every day.
Well, I worked at Katz's at 2 a.m., and trust me, it is interesting. It is eye-opening. It is not fun.
I feel like it's like a super Caucasian version of Ruchi's, or what Ruchi's used to be back in the day when you could drink there after hours. after the bar. I saw one of the security guards there get.
You realize that Ruchi's is still open, right?
Wait,
they're still open. They're like
Ruchi's are you talking about? Because there's a whole bunch.
I love Ruchi's.
I like them. I like their drinks. I don't like their.
They have great tacos.
They used to all be open, but there used to be one.
Wasn't it on Richmond?
There's one in Richmond by the Galleria, right?
Let's not.
That's right where I used to live.
Yeah, let's not give away trade secrets to certain things that you can do after 2 a.m.
No, you can't anymore.
You can
actually you can, but
they
you really have to.
You have to know who.
You really have to know in the know. So if you
be a regular and whatnot, they gotta trust that you're not TABC.
Especially in this neighborhood, trust me, there are places that I can go in this neighborhood that after a certain time, I'm in.
Really?
So you have to know certain people.
Just
you have to get to know the
neighbor's house.
You have to know. You have to get to know the neighborhood. You have to get to know the people in the neighborhood. But there are certain places. And by the way, the next time Sing is on the show, she could probably tell you those places too.
Yeah.
She literally could tell you those places.
Now that I'm out of the industry, like, even working at the hotels, I used to get that kind of information. But, like, I used to work at JR's, and I used to have all that insider information. And that's how we used to go to Ruchi's after we closed down the bar, and it was a fucking hot fucking mess in there. It was ridiculous how fucking... It was dinner to show, for sure.
Where there were, like, restaurants turned into, like, a club, and it was really, like, an after-hours something, and it looked kind of close. I mean, you can't really see much inside, so, I mean, things would get crazy.
For those of you who might be listening in Houston, there is one place right down the street from where I'm at. I'm in Richmond and Shepherd and that kind of in this area. But there's one place down the road where at 3 o'clock you can still have a beer.
I thought we weren't giving away trade secrets.
You can get a little play on the side if you pay for it.
Wait,
and that's it. And I'm not going to say anything else because I don't think I need to say anything else, and we're done. All I'm saying is that Houston has an underground. If you know people, you know where to go.
So have you been there?
If you know the right people.
And if so, have you paid?
Contact us on social media, and Joel will give you the information for the coin-operated hand job machines at the After Hours bar. And which machines to use and not use. Which one's I want to know which one's going to steal my quarter. Because if I'm paying for 3.5 minutes, I want 3.5 minutes.
No, trust me, Miss Randy would tell you the stories of those kind of places. I have no idea what those places exist.
Oh, Miss Randy likes to...
Oh, a long time ago.
Are we talking out of school? We're telling stories out of school.
Because she's not here.
No, we're not.
Whenever she gets here, we'll talk. I'll even ask.
Yes, we'll talk about that on another
I was going to say,
episode.
it sounded like you were both talking about what a slut she was. But maybe I just misunderstanding.
Well, at a certain point in time, everybody in this table has gone around the park.
Yeah, exactly. We have gone around the park several times.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm using full synthetic high mileage for my oil change these days. For sure.
So if we were to break down how many miles we have gone around and how we would break down our social media pages
how many miles?
Oh my God,
with a warning label. With a warning label to those who would look at our best pictures and go, "Hey, there's Joel. Joel's likes are this, and this." But warning: side effects include a lot of anxiety because Joel is all over the place.
Hold on, I think we should pause everything because that sounds like an app.
It sure does.
It sounds like you could sell that to an app developer, and like you just swipe in a certain direction, and it flips the card over.
You're telling me that you cannot develop that app for us?
I mean, I could.
You think we should do it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, Adobe has a program that allows you to network it all, but I don't know anything about coding or anything like that. I can make it.
I do. I can make it up.
Oh, you can make it happen?
Holy shit!
So I can put like my.
I can make an app.
Yeah, but like, think about that. Like,
can you show us how to do that?
A warning label, like
it's a little involved.
I was gonna say, if you could do it like PokeGenie, where it works as an overlay on the screen when you have Grindr open.
Oh,
and you just like
that's a cool idea.
You do the appraisal, and like all the warning labels come up.
They should actually put something that we can rate people.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's part of the other half of the app would be people submitting like screen caps.
Can you do overlays of other programs though? Doesn't Apple prevent that from happening?
Well,
Galaxy does.
Amazingly enough, China is already doing a rating system where everywhere you go, you'll be rated by who you are, that kind of thing, and certain numbers would get you not great.
Isn't that the very first step to every like post-apocalyptic dystopian movie we've ever seen?
Yeah, pretty much. So I have a question, Joel, for you. What would be your warning labels? Like, if I wanted to date you, what are the side effects? Am I going to have to worry about going bonkers?
Oh, Lord. Side effects. Side effects for Joel. First of all, Joel's post would be honest, which it always is. Hey, versatile guy, having a good time, not looking for a serious relationship, but, hey, we're down for it. Which the warning signs would be, yeah, sure he's down for it, but what he's really saying is that it's probably not going to happen. He's probably just going to sleep with you and move on to somebody else and that kind of thing. But he says he might do that.
Oh, shit.
Simply because he just wants to get more play.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. There you go. But
at least you're putting in enough effort to make it appear genuine. So you're kind of trying.
I'm kind of trying, just like I'm kind of trying when it comes to like prescription drugs to heal something, but there's still side effects that go with it.
Right, exactly.
It's the same thing. Sometimes you do have to put a best face forward out there, but when reality hits, how much am I going to be able to put up with from this person?
Right.
Now, what about any personality traits? let's talk about that. What would be the warning?
Okay, personality traits. What are we talking about here? In the side effects
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example for me. I am a little bit of a control freak, so I like to have most of my stuff under control. Otherwise, I get anxious. Now, in that scenario, I usually try to, when it comes to a relationship, I usually try to give the other person the, what do you want to do? But if I see that you don't take a decision, I'm just going to run the show and be like, we're doing this, we're going here, we're going there, this is what we're going to do, this is how I like it, blah, 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 blah. And at a certain point in time, you'll be like, and what about?
But I thought you didn't like it, Steve.
I do. So, and so with that said, so what would be a warning label? So for me, it's a control freak, and if you are not willing to take charge, then I am going to.
Okay, so let me take it from this point of view. You know how you read people's profiles and they're like, oh, let's take, for example, I'm a free spirit. Warning.
Code for
warning.
Totally irresponsible.
Doesn't really give a shit about you, but loves having sex with you and does exactly what he wants to do
the world around him.
Like it. That's a warning label.
Totally okay.
Under free spirit.
Right. Totally okay with mediocre entry-level job, not looking for advancement opportunities.
Probably several tricks under the bag, and you haven't decided for either one of them.
No concern.
No, that would be under relationship goals. If someone looks, here's the thing:
relationship oriented.
Have you not ever read someone's profile and had warning signs?
Like that's code for
this and that, and blah 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 blah. That's why I said free spirit usually means, hey, I'll hang out with you and we might have sex, but that means that I get to do whatever I want to do. I don't have to commit to you, and that's that.
Right.
Okay.
And you can justify any behavior by saying, "Oh, I'm a free spirit."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm off the hook.
That's what free.
But I told you I was a free spirit.
Yeah,
exactly.
That means anything goes,
right? Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
So let's go around the table. How about Elliot? What would be one of the things that you have put in your
God?
Let's say that you everybody at this table, I'm sure, has profiles on something. So tell me the thing that you put on your profile that would have a warning label to the side.
Ooh, I think we should assess each other.
I don't even remember what's in my profile. I think I would probably say something. I probably said something like I'm a work in progress, which means warning label. I'm a mess.
Oh my god.
Warning, barely keeping it together. About to have a.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my profile. I don't think I have anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Anything at all.
Fatality?
So looking at my profile, I actually don't have anything other than my stats, but no comment on, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, or anything like that.
Oh, what about when people say, if you're all about, or I'm more about, like I'm not about money or whatever? Like, what do you think that means? What's the warning label to that? Because I read somebody's profile and they're like, well, if you're all about money, then we won't get along.
Ambitious.
Which basically means
ambitious.
He doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I would say, like...
Or a city job.
Yeah. Is all about the money, but doesn't want to... doesn't have any of the money. So he can't be with somebody who's also looking for money, because then they're just two broke bitches, like me and Mumbles. Hitchhiking.
True.
Okay, this is
exactly.
My profile is so pathetic. I'm not even gonna read it.
Your Grindr profile?
I got a new phone and I just made something really fast.
I love how everybody's looking up their profile. So let me.
I'm not.
So let me take lead in this when I say profile. Let's go with some general basics. Social drinker. Here's what I love about I'm a social drinker. Warning signs.
Or like
what really means is
socially daily, heading
what it really means is
they're going to try and drag your ass to the bar so they can drink socially.
I'm going to embarrass you at every family function, at every time that we go out.
Right.
I will
think I'm hilarious.
I will be
when I drink,
lectured the very next day about the fact that I drank too much at such and such wedding, and I tried to hit on the groom. Social drinking.
But I only drink around other people, therefore I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Because no one in the gay community likes to admit that they're an alcoholic.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So I know probably I need that warning. Social drinking.
Mm-hmm.
No. You, Carlos?
No. Especially
a week ago?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
No, that was more like
let's not bring
it 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Mm-mm.
I was going to say, that was forever ago.
No, let's just look at the basics of what we see every time we look at a Grindr Growlr Scruff.
Okay, here's one.
Every time we look at
one. Okay, when someone says, no pic, no chat, what's the warning label to that? Because to me, it's kind of like, isn't that kind of implied?
No chat.
Doesn't everyone...
have a picture? What the
Thank
fuck are
you.
you talking
that
about?
Right there.
If you're going to ask for something, make sure that you're able to offer it. So don't tell me no pic, no chat, and you have no damn picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people say no pic, no chat. I think it's kind of like almost implied.
Warning.
Like, if you don't have a picture, I'm not going to chat with you.
I think that is an actual,
the easiest
don't
one.
Message me.
That is true.
That's the easiest one. Warning. I don't want you to know who I am because either I'm on the down low, I'm married to a woman with family, or I just want to fuck around and don't want anybody to know about me.
DL is, I have a boyfriend. He doesn't know I'm on this app.
Mm-hmm.
No, but DL can be
or I have a girlfriend, and I don't want her to know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you automatically assume that they're in the closet if they say DL. So they think it's, kind of above reproach to question whether you're in the closet, because it's not something we're supposed to force people to, you're not supposed to talk about people in the closet and shame them for being in the closet kind of thing. You just, understand that people have conditions in their life that, maybe he's got a family, maybe he's like this, that, and the other. And it's so they use that as a shield so that you don't ask any questions concerning their personal life.
So what's up with those people that talk about, I lost my messages? So what warning sign will you give those? Because those are people that, it's not that they lose their messages, they had too much drama more than likely going on. They deleted
or they had a boyfriend and they had to delete the app and lost all their chats.
It's not all about,
it's really,
they're cheating.
It's one of the...
You see, very surprised.
No, I get it, but not everything is about cheating.
It's one of the simplest warning labels that is out there that everybody should know. Warning, I'm probably going to ghost you.
Oh,
so
shit.
there we go.
But why would they?
So the ghoster.
But why would they delete the app?
Well, wait. What's the warning? What's the
lost chat?
No. Hey, most likely we'll hook up with you if I can, but I'm really busy.
FWB.
I have a lot of stuff to do.
I'm too busy for a social life.
I'm too busy for a social life, but would like to see you on the sly every now and then. Basically, put warning label. I will ghost you when I'm done.
I don't feel like those are actual. I think we need to actually get solid elements from profile.
I got that from a profile.
What did you get from the profile? Lost messages, right?
Lost messages,
right? But we didn't address what that means. Well, I mean,
are we wanting to look at profiles?
This one.
Oh my god! Let's rate actual profiles.
Exactly. We need to go through and
so this
go through actual content.
This is what this one says.
Okay, porksicle.
Porksicle?
Yeah,
he sounds cute.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to let everybody take a look at their phones and do their thing. We only have a few seconds left, and we're going to end this half of the show.
That I asked about.
We're going to end this half of the show and take a little bit of a break. So we'll be right back because we got commercials and bills to pay.
Awesome.
Hey, you got someone calling you.
All.
Hi.
And we are back.
Elliot.
Woo woo.
Trains coming in.
Yeah.
So hold on. When it comes to warning labels, we only cover maybe 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Did Elliot give any? Did
I?
Did Pinky give any?
I'd have to look. But I mean, you guys know that I'm the sharpest of them all, and I don't trust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cut all these bitches up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
No, but hold on. You didn't even give your own warning label saying your warning label. But what are they?
My warning labels?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is none of it is subliminal about, I lead with the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
You sure do.
I smoke. I like to smoke. I'm not going to quit smoking, so if you don't like that, we probably won't get along.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're one of those people, every time I light a cigarette or put a cigarette out and come back inside, you'd be like, you still like smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crap. We won't get along.
That's not a warning label. That's a person. That's who you are.
Exactly. That's the thing.
No, it's not a warning label. A warning label is exactly what he said.
He leaks with all his.
Yeah, there's no subliminal.
Yeah.
And then you have to get to know the behind the scenes.
You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
No,
that's the thing. You don't learn those things about me later on, like you do about some of these other people.
Well, then it would be a side effects include lung cancer. There you go.
I don't know because I don't smoke in the house.
Mm-hmm. That would be your side effect, Joel.
Well, exactly.
The side effect with me is you have a boyfriend who's going to maybe get a lung disease in old age.
Wow. So Mr. Elliot.
Or a warning label. This one requires a lot of work.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
No. Or myself. Whatever.
We're just
warning labels.
We can throw. Let's have a food fight, y'all. Let's just.
Yeah, where's the food to throw?
We'll have a Peter Pan, a Robin Williams Peter Pan style food fight here.
I can go around the. No, just kidding.
Okay, so basically,
we have not let Elliot talk about his warning label.
Okay, wait, I thought I said I'm a moody bitch.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so then if we're not gonna.
Oh, that was during commercial.
That was during commercials.
I'm pretty moody.
Okay.
That would be my warning label. I'm moody as fuck.
No, the warning label really should be I get moody, you'll never know when.
No, but
That is true.
You said I'm moody when I'm quiet, but I'm you're always quiet, so how do I know?
But we're talking about in a relationship situation.
Right.
I think for me, you should be able to determine my mood based on the nonverbal cues. I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about in a relationship. Right. You should be able to determine my mood based on my nonverbal cues.
So bring a clicker so you know how many words I've spoken. So you know that I'm 5 words less than I was yesterday.
Is spoken a word? I thought it was just spoke. That's past tense of speak. So I'm.
I think there's a first person.
I think if it's more if I'm moody, I will just remove myself. I will remove myself from the situation. I'm not someone to be moody in front of someone. I'll just go.
I can second that
in the corner.
He will flail and tell you to leave him alone.
I would have been able to see that, but I didn't.
So wander off into the distance.
So basically,
after eating your whole quesadilla,
we got into warning labels. We got into side effects. Now let's check the fine print, bitches. Ooh. Let's check the fine print.
Okay, so we're going actual body of the profile, what they actually type about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
let's check the fine print.
I don't have a profile on Scruff, but it'll still let you view the ones that are on there. Mm-hmm. So let's see. I'm just gonna randomly pick one.
So everybody, pull up your own profile.
I don't have
and pick something from your profile.
But I don't have any fine print on any of my profiles.
My profile is
people that I'm talking about.
That you think would be a fine print.
Okay, so this dude actually doesn't have.
That should be.
Mm-hmm. I literally have nothing in my profile.
Oh, there's one that says "Ask and I'll tell."
I need to update my profile.
So pretty much what he means is the fine print is.
I want you to chase me.
I want you to chase me.
Let's see.
Then the other one says, "Oh, my birthday is on this date. Don't send pics or nudes." Oh, he says, "Don't send face pics or nudes." Well, what the hell?
Fine print. Send face pics or nudes. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. And plus, it's his birthday.
He's not very bright.
Yes.
No, this other one I am thinking of going out on a date with. And he says, "Oh, top chaser here. I am only into chubby guys and bears. Oh, I am masculine and I go to college. That tells me you're fucking broke. And you might have a feminine side to it that I need to
uncover.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he said he is masculine though.
He says
you want him
masculine.
To be a feminine.
No, I don't. To me, it doesn't matter whether you're feminine or masculine. But he says I am. I'm sorry.
Why would you have to uncover it?
Uncover his because he says I'm masculine, and most people that say if you have to put out there that you're masculine, more than likely you have issues with your masculinity or your femininity.
Well. See, when I read that, I think totally the opposite. I think that he comes off as prissier than he wants people to think he is, so he reassures people that he is masculine, even though he looks like a princess.
That sounds to me that he's going to college,
or
so he
behaves
doesn't
like
have a job. And more than likely, I would have to be paying our way out.
Probably.
Okay, so...
happiness is a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that?
Wait,
okay.
What?
What did they say about
happiness is a butterfly?
No, life is a butterfly.
Butterfly kisses?
No, they put a butterfly.
No, I know. Mm-hmm. But
wait, well, you know what the butterfly is a symbol of? What's that MKG? Mind control?
Mind control? Oh, he's a 23-year-old. So
he's into sissy hypno.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's the one I don't want to go out.
Okay, here's one. A high is just that. It does not constitute my desire to jump into your bed or yours into mine. Get over yourself.
I'm sorry, fine print. I'm really bad at sex, so
and
we're
I don't know how to take rejection well.
So we're just gonna do that. That's pretty much the fine print.
I don't know. I didn't get any of that from that.
I got it from.
What did you get?
What did you get?
But he sounds super pretentious and he's sort of playing off that people automatically think he's hitting on them.
Mm-hmm.
He might be a bit too flirty, or he might.
I don't think he is. I think he's goading people into
I'm really
anticipating. Well, let's see him. He's kind of hot.
Okay, let's.
No, I think he has a valid point. A lot of times you just whoop someone, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, let's get naked and fuck," and it's I just sent you a woof. That could mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you send something super animalistic and primal to not designate that you have a carnal lusting.
No, it just means a woof does not necessarily mean that.
No, a woof can be just paying a compliment. At least to me, it is.
But what is the compliment? Is it?
I find something in your picture or your description attractive for me to say hello.
Exactly.
No, but then they reply so what are you doing? What are you doing later? Where are you? What are you doing right now? It's dude, I just whiffed at you.
Don't you guys think you're overanalyzing this a little more than you should.
Like it nice and slow. You don't like to get there fast. There's nothing wrong with one or the other, but like if I woof you and your reaction is to say, "Hey, where are you? Let's meet." But if you say, "Oh, thank you for the woof," let's.
Okay, if I'm really that hot for someone, I don't woof them. I go like, "You're sexy as fuck," something like that.
But you don't also woof them?
No.
I double tap.
So for you, woofing is
or used to.
Woofing is just like a "Hey, you're hot."
Okay. So,
I'm not really looking. If I have the hots for someone, I'll be like,
I'd bone you at last call.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why else would you? Yeah, why else would you communicate with them?
Well, no, I'm just saying. You just said that it wasn't that.
Pretty much what you want to do, based on how.
No, I'd bone you at last call. That doesn't mean like come over right now and let's fuck like rabbits.
Okay, so
it's a very shallow sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to read a profile, and I want you guys to try to find the fine print in this profile. Okay, first of all, this profile obviously is pretty old because they haven't updated it in a while. Okay, so
are you having us assess somebody you're stalking online?
Nope.
Yes, I think so, because otherwise how will you know it's been there for so long?
Okay, so
warning label.
Fine print.
Fine print. Joe is a stalker.
Okay, so here's the fine. Okay, so let's read it first. I'm adventurous, so try me.
Oh, that means.
So here's the deal. I'm looking for positive role models. I want to start working out again, so a gym buddy would be great. I would like to hang out with creative people so I can see if I can get my writing off the ground. I want to meet new men who can show me different things from fashion to career choices to wine and food and recreation and sports. I want to first and foremost make new friends. If sex comes into play, great. If not, who cares? Show me your world. Open casting call for new adventurers. Will an eager student here?
He's using the app as a way to network and get his shit together.
No, he's not.
He has nothing going on.
He is looking for somebody to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everything in there was like role model. You know, somebody financially stable.
Fine print is like he's probably too needy.
Too needy. Okay, I can see that.
I wouldn't say needy. I would say just lazy.
Too much of a vessel for somebody else. Really, yeah, you're a void.
Mm-hmm.
You're a non-person. You're a non-person.
As somebody once referred to me as.
What, a non-person?
A money pit. While he was paying his massage therapist $3,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the money pit.
Mm-hmm. All
you
right.
speak on experience?
I do.
So is that the consensus at the table? That's the fine print that this person.
No,
I feel like he has nothing going on.
Well, let's see what he looks like. Can I see what he looks like?
Yeah,
get him out of wherever he's at.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that could represent sugar baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and he doesn't want to actually, like, what drive does he have? He doesn't even have a drive to do his own writing. Like, he needs to meet somebody to help get his writing off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is his. What social networking?
Well,
okay, so what app is he
has nothing
posted
going
on?
on, and he needs help from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He wants everyone else to do everything for him.
Of course.
He doesn't need help. He's not asking for help. He's asking them
But
to
that
do
doesn't
it
mean
for him.
I need money. That means I need people to.
That's why there's so many different lines in there. One is the guy who cooks for him. The one is the guy who shops for him. One's the guy who does his career, sets up his resume for him. The other one's the one who furnishes his condo. The other one is the one he gets to travel.
I feel like
with
we're going to cause all our listeners to become super insecure about their profiles.
As well, they should be. And delete them.
Because we're basically just trolling. We're basically just trolling people's profiles.
Mm-hmm.
We are. And I guess.
But we're not calling anybody out.
No, we're not.
But these are things that people should look out for.
If I had something in my profile, I would actually let y'all read it. And,
there are naive people out there who would read that profile and really believe that he's just looking for help.
Mm-hmm.
And get taken advantage of, by that person thinking...
Repeat that again. Like this fucker just said something to me.
Who thinks he's this honest kid who's just trying... He's really ambitious because, it's well worded.
Mm-hmm.
He clearly uses Grammarly.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess let's go around the table. What
so
profile say, Pinky?
So I love the fact
if you had a profile, what would it say?
Hold on.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a profile.
So hold on. I love the idea. I love the idea that we are talking about profile pics and everything else. So when I show you the profile pic, I will assure the audience that you will be as secure as you could possibly be, because when they see the profile pics, they're going to lose their shit.
Is it Elliot or you?
It kind of sounds like me, but well,
what's wrong with
I do that.
What's wrong with it?
No, all I did was read the profile. Yeah. That's all I read, and you guys said everything you could possibly say.
We basically said you were a non-person.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you're going to think of perspective in the other direction.
I love the fact that because all I did was read the profile, and that everybody made their assumption.
Right, the super jaded queen.
And then as soon as they saw the profile pic, I feel like that's honest.
Oh, so wait, we should tell the audience. So basically, it's Joel's profile,
right? And the super jaded queen,
Pinky, what your profile
torn to shreds.
Mm-hmm. No. This is
Carlos,
actually in. No, what we talked about was actually in my profile, and we all made judgments.
And Carlos, the guy who's always looking for the good in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But we're
okay. Wait, let's be honest. The whole point of the episode is to troll profiles.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So now don't make me feel guilty.
No.
Because I just had nothing going on.
You honestly shouldn't feel guilty, because I love the fact that
I knew the second you said get his writing off the ground.
3 people.
It was you.
Heard a profile. They trolled it. Had a great time doing it. But as soon as they saw the face, they went, "Oh my God, no, that's not no." It's honest.
I knew.
It's honest.
So, okay, it is honest.
It's honest.
Yeah, which is good.
And which is a good thing.
Exactly what I would say.
Which is a good thing. Which, by the way, I wrote this profile like 3.5 years ago. So this that was obviously I need to update this profile.
That was another tell on I knew your profile.
I need to update this profile.
Because I didn't see any of that. Okay.
Yeah. I honestly need to update that profile, because that's from 3 or 4 years ago. When I put that profile in, and to be quite frank, now when I read it, I'm like,
okay,
yeah, I have a podcast, I'm doing other stuff, so I don't understand why this profile is still here.
So
because you're not taking a personal interest in letting people know.
Thank you.
And thus you haven't. You don't have enough confidence or reassurance in you because you're not putting out there what you're actually doing.
You should have your podcast in your profile. That's fucking free publicity.
This is what has happened when we do. When we put profiles on these kind of things, we write it once and then we forget about it,
right? Exactly,
and we let it go.
Oh, and then people will see they'll be like, "Oh, I love what you wrote in your profile."
Yeah, and then I'm like,
"What did I write in my profile?" I don't
remember what I wrote in my profile.
I can't even tell you how many times I've had to go back and read my profile. Like, oh shit, where are they?
I only put that I like dancing. By the way, I like traveling places.
By the way, I love the fact that you said, "Oh, obviously they use Grammarly." Well, Grammarly wasn't around when I used it, when I wrote all of this.
Thank you. Which is a testament to your writing capabilities.
So thank you.
Talent as a writer.
Appreciate that. But oh my God, that profile got hit so hard. You guys were cruel.
Well, time out. This is what we're here
for. But I love it. I love it because
that's the whole point of the episode.
That's the whole point of the episode is to put the.
Because, like Pete said,
I'll put mine up there. I'll read the last profile I posted online.
I don't look for the bad things, but we're here to.
But the jaded queen's perspective,
from the
tears it all to shreds.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true.
Exactly.
Elliot, who's really indifferent about any of it, can see valid points in both.
Yeah.
And there's no anger and animosity. I thought it would be curious to read my own profile before 3 people.
I wish we had all done it
and see.
I wish we had somebody else read our profile, the bodies of our profile, so we didn't know who it was. Except mine would have been obvious. I'll read mine right now because Turnabout's fair play. Remember that, audience?
Yeah, but when I did it, you didn't know. Now we know. So
you'd be able to tell it was me right off the bottom.
Okay, I'll
sure where to start.
I'll still destroy it.
Other than over. Know before you message me. My focus for the next while is primarily on me. I love having fun. I work as hard as I play. Crazy doesn't really bother me much, unless you're the abusive type. Been there, never again. Let's hear it for Team Valor. Yes, I'm a nerd. Yes, I wear heels on occasion. I'm a pleaser by nature, lately into taboo roleplay. Even some sissy stuff, too, behind closed doors. Zero shame. I don't, however, wear undies unless requested. All around free spirit. Liars, cheats, players need not apply. If you can't be straight up and honest, we won't even be able to be friends, much less anything requiring a...
How long is his profile?
His profile...
Good Lord!
Where are the chubby daddies / daddy types at?
Good Lord! This profile... See, this is the problem. These profiles go on too long.
You get a super clear and impossible to misunderstand image of who I am and what you're getting when you message me.
So this is what I get,
which is why I don't get messaged for it.
This is what I read when you read it. This is what I get. Possibly torture, because he's already talking about, and I'm not talking about what I already know. I'm just talking about based on the profile what he just read.
It's impossible to be objective when you know.
Possibly tortured.
Possibly tortured.
Wait, he's been tortured?
Is tortured.
Oh, a tortured soul.
Tortured person. Emotionally unavailable. I would also say, what's the first thing that you put something in there? Oh, it's all about me. So self-centered. If it's not about me,
maybe borderline narcissist.
Borderline narcissist.
Working on myself
if
primarily.
If you don't make it about me, eventually you're gonna get cut. That's pretty much what I hear throughout the entire.
My focus is primarily on me. That just means you're not going to get any of my attention. That tells you where to set your expectation.
Well, that tells the people if you don't make it about me, it's just not going to work.
No, that's just That's just me saying I'm not going to make it about you.
Yeah, I got exhausted just listening to it.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
Which I'm okay with. Which I'm 100% okay with. I want because anyone actually interested in any.
I'm beginning to wonder. Maybe it's just. Maybe a profile should just be a simple dick pic and just call it a day.
Now you know why you do it. Because when you actually create a
no, I think it needs to have in there because you get the personality.
Okay, so on the flip side,
nobody replies to it.
Because usually right now it's all about destroying the profile or whatever, right? But if I were to not be doing that, the first thing that I would think about yours is somebody that has goals. Somebody that's goal-oriented and is trying to make things happen, and therefore you're using this platform. On your end...
But that's not what you said earlier.
No. Again. But he said the one person that usually finds the good on everything is tearing this apart. That's what the show is about, and that's what we're doing. We're trolling...
No, you were tearing them apart. You were encouraging
I tore them apart. But and I did yours too. But if it wasn't because that's the purpose of what we're doing today, I would definitely see a lot of different things in each profile.
Right, I think we need to rename the episode. But I think we need to name the episode after the content instead of putting the horse, the cart before the horse.
The symptoms are worse than the disease, because honestly, but like I said, I'm not. And here's the thing: I love the fact that it was torn apart. Because, like I said, I wrote it. I think I wrote it 4 or 5 years ago.
We didn't really tear it apart. We just said you were
the only one who was really vicious was me.
We sure did tear it apart.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna have to read it. I think you were deliberately mean about mine. But
what?
No, I would have said teasing you. But again, that's because that's what we're doing right now. Otherwise, I would have not been that vicious about it.
But if I'd have carried it off a little better, I would have said, "Hey, everybody, read your profile and see if they can guess that's you." But I wanted to see what would happen.
I think we should have put them on cards and read them and figure out who was who. But
But I love the fact that I read a profile. This is how vicious and mean we could be when we're looking at profiles. That even the 3 people at the table who I read my profile were vicious, but they weren't.
I sure was vicious.
And they were vicious, but
I don't remember.
Well,
you saying anything that was critical?
Like I said.
That's needy.
That's not vicious.
But nothing going on.
You said if he really wanted to get his writing career off the ground, and he doesn't need a writing partner, he could do it on his own. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's me.
That's something I said. I was the vicious one, but that's because I'm a bitter jaded queen, and I freely admit that. But
aren't we all bitter jade queens at this?
Yeah.
No. I would say me and Chris are definitely. I don't think you're jaded.
You think I'm not?
After that assessment of Joel's profile, After not knowing it was Joel's, yes, you were still.
But my analysis was not that far off of yours. It really wasn't.
Right, you're just a little bit sweeter about it. I'm more jaded about it,
and I was actually okay with it because it's like I said.
But nothing I said was
nothing
insulting.
That said was insulting.
No, it was very clear, and that is something that I've told you as a friend. I've been completely honest about the fact that you've got it there. You just have so much of it that it is hard to
but
effectively.
Now, why are we trying to excuse what we said?
I'm not excusing what I said at all.
It feels like it.
Why? You're not paying attention.
No, I am. But it feels like now you're.
But I've told him exactly what I said about that profile. I have said those things to him as a friend in a different way.
But you were brutally honest when you didn't know it was me, and I love the fact.
But I've never been less honest with you about my confidence in you, the thing that you're capable of, or I've never been any nicer about it. I've been politer about it, but I've never been any less.
But I know where I was when I wrote
direct.
That and where I am now. So that's the difference.
You pretty much are saying that you've mentioned these things because he's still there and he's no longer
there. There are things in there that he is still there.
Which is
his ambition is still very much alive. He still really wants to do a lot of things all at once.
But there's just so many things that I just don't have any direction.
It's like a beehive, and he's trying to organize it. And all of those little things are ideas, and every now and again he's got one, and it's just he's got so many of them that it kills the focus on any one of those things becoming a diamond.
So when did this become therapy session 101?
It's always a therapy session with Pinky.
Oh.
Well, I think
you might want to ask for your money back, Joel.
Well, wait, isn't that what therapy is supposed to be about? Telling
hold
the
on,
truth?
hold on.
Exactly.
Before you turned the phone around, there was one person at the table who knew that it was either you or Chris whose profile that was that you read.
Well, I guess it wasn't me then.
No, it wasn't Carlos.
It's either one of you.
It was me. And you're like, oh, you so and so and so. When I turn this around, you're gonna see. I was like, it's either you or Chris, because I was suspicious about that to begin with.
Why would I read Chris's? That would be mean.
And I blocked him already.
You're a mean person, Joel.
I'm not a mean person. I am not. Wait, what?
I meant that as a compliment.
Oh, earlier he said, "Oh yeah, you can block me, blah blah. You do you. You do you."
Oh. He literally can't even.
Yeah, and then you got blocked.
Look,
he literally didn't even.
Look, you know what? The best thing that ever happened on the Growlr is you guys. So,
well, except for me,
that's the best thing that ever happened on the Growlr, and that's the honest to God truth.
I'm gonna disagree with that because
my vote is get out.
My vote is Daniel Franzese.
Oh my God, are you gonna put that out there?
Are you gonna put that out there?
No, don't put that out.
Please don't put that out there.
It's not. Your name dropping.
I knew he was in town.
Okay. Oh,
I went to his comedy show.
When?
On New Year's Eve.
Oh, you're talking about.
That's how I knew it was. Okay. That's how I knew he was in town. Because it showed up on a shout on Growlr. Shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Oh no.
Oh, I can.
It's copywritten past that point though.
Oh,
you have to stop right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. You can't play the 18 theme song.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We have to redo the whole episode now.
Yes, that's fine. I'm gonna find you out downstairs. And I have no alcohol.
I know, we're like all sober except for Joel.
Actually, I'm pretty sober now. This was honestly, this was a
our assessment of his profile.
That means you have a high tolerance.
Extremely sobering.
Yeah, this tiny little bottle, that was it.
Well, hopefully we won't be.
But yeah, that's like enough for a mouthwash.
We won't have a rash after being sober. But we should be.
Is that after your date tomorrow? Or?
Oh, can we? Okay, so no, actually, no. I am carrying everything that I need to carry. You already know that I carry car.
Well, we talked about this.
We're gonna have to do the gay EDC.
Okay.
We are going to have to do that because
there's an EDC for everything else.
Mm-hmm. So, like,
but the gay essential, like, everyday,
wait, what's EDC?
Overnight carry. EDC is everyday carry. Like what you carry on your person every day.
I think that's very important, especially because I guess I'm old school. You're supposed to already have all that stuff before I come over. But, when I do come over and they don't have the right stuff, and then I'm like, I should have just gotten my own shit.
Exactly. I can't even tell you how many times
I can't see any of that.
And to be honest, the only thing...
What are we doing? Why do you think KY jelly would be a thing for gay men to use?
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, no!
That's my
now. I'm gonna have to run down to the store and get
one. I'm having those conversations.
That happened one time, and I get clarification every time. Like, do you have lube? Like, yeah, I got lube. I was like, what kind of lube you got? That's not lube.
That's not lube.
I bring mine. It's like one of those things where you get older, like it's like having nicer furniture.
It's true. It's like, you have to have those things now. You have to have those things.
I don't have it right now because I just recently, like maybe 3 days ago or 2 days ago, I opened I actually created new profiles because whenever I get off, I just turn it. I mean, whenever instead of logging off, I delete my profiles completely. So I just recently started again to talk to people and whatnot. So, but before when I used to be going around, so and I'll just call it what it is. I would carry a little purse type of thing or a little bag, miniature where I would put a couple condoms and I would carry my lube. Just in case it happened, I was always ready and I don't have to depend on somebody to get their shit together because I have mine.
Right, exactly. I mean, and condoms are always good in case you don't want your shoes to get dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's fucking hilarious, y'all. That's not what condoms are for.
My whole thing is, what we're not having this conversation beforehand. Because you would save a lot from saying, okay, what are you into? What are we doing? How far? Because I remember there was this like 20-something-year-old that in case I'm 38, I do rock the cradle over so often, quite often, and so just being honest. And so the guy came over, and beforehand I was like, "Hey, what are you into? What are you comfortable?" He's like, "Well, I'm versed, but I don't want to have to clean." Blah blah. I said, "I don't want either." So I said, "Are you good just with oral?" Yeah, that's fine. Come in. We had like 2-3 sessions, and then hours later he was gone and good night.
Well, see, at that point for me, like oral only, or like come over and blow me, like you won't hear back from me.
Well, back.
Well, but hold on, but
I'm not an oral fan, so.
Well, back in the olden days.
But we talk about
back in the olden days when I was dating older men, they had everything ready. I would just come over and they literally open the cabinet, whatever I needed.
Because they were men and they like.
If I needed to get cleaned up, they got me cleaned up. If I needed to,
when you say got you cleaned up, they cleaned themselves, or
no? The kitchen got cleaned.
There are weirdos like
that. The kitchen got cleaned. Okay, the kitchen got cleaned.
I had a guy who
whether I did it myself or I had a maid come in, the kitchen got cleaned.
Oh no! If I get anywhere, no.
There's nobody else cleaning my kitchen ever.
And I dated a gentleman for a long time who encouraged a certain kind of diet that would make sure that I was always clean. So I was always clean. Just little of water, and we're ready to go.
They have a pill now.
A pill?
Yes, pure for men. Yes.
Wait, what does it do?
Yes, it's a high fiber pill.
High fiber pill.
Okay.
It scrubs you down, girl.
But let me tell you, that thing did not really work for me. I mean, I've tried other.
What did it do?
It actually
details, please.
Fine print.
I did. No. It just didn't.
Side effects.
My it gave me a lot of cramps. So
it does for the first couple of weeks. It does give me cramps.
That means you have a lot of plaque on your intestinal walls.
Well, maybe, but I've used other. I mean, I use fiber all the time, and it doesn't.
Oh, maybe you're too cleaned out.
Maybe I am.
Right, you're scrubbing with sandpaper.
Yeah, exactly. On a clean surface, girl. If the surface is already clean, you don't need any sandpaper on that.
Yeah,
put the grinder down.
You're just grinding metal. You're just grinding metal.
Like, put the pipe cleaner away.
Oh, jeez.
You do not need any scouring pads on that frying pan, girl. You're good.
Your butthole
There's too many euphemisms going on right now. Go ahead, girl. Your butthole is good. Your butthole is good. Go ahead, girl.
It's reading the box.
I'll just put it down.
Yeah, your butthole is good, so you didn't really need to.
Hey, we need that on a shirt. Your butthole is good.
My butthole's good.
Mm-hmm. My butthole's good.
Actually, I would love for Pinky to print some. I would love for Pinky to print some T-shirts that said "The kitchen is clean," as a reference to what we used to say in the show a long time ago.
Or the kitchen is open all night.
The kitchen is open all night.
I don't know about
that kind of. Mm-hmm. But the kitchen is clean, so as long as the kitchen is clean, girl, you don't need.
Or one that's like the kitchen is.
I'll just put it to this
clean. Open all night, ready for business.
Manner.
I've never, you know what? I've never had any issues. Well, the few times that I have, I've never had any issues.
I have an extremely elaborate.
I've never had any issues. Even when I thought that I might have an issue because maybe we did it on the fly, I wasn't sure if everything was good to go.
The kitchen was.
If the kitchen was ready or prepared to take in a new cook. But
get a surprise guest, y'all.
But amazingly enough, I've not had an issue. And Mama has a tight stomach. Mama has a terrible stomach. So
Mama,
that's me. That's me. I'm now. I love it. Now I'm at the age. Now I'm at the age where I'm sitting with the children, and I can say, right, Mama has, because we had a grandmother back in the day. But we're gonna go to the break. Louise, can you put us on break?
Louise!
Come on.
We're back. We're about to end the show.
Wait,
we only have 30 minutes left.
Can we go to the next 30 minutes?
We only have 30 minutes left. Let's do this.
Wait, can I say y'all identified? We have identified mother warning label, which I forgot to mention.
Yes.
I am a major contrarian.
That's cunt. Contrarian. For those of you he says it very fastly.
The reason that came out is because I said I'm going to take a date to Pluckers, which is way
first date.
First date.
Someone a first date to Pluckers.
First date, but I've known this person for a while now. But this is our actual first date. So he just gave me a whole story about.
I said that's not a proper first date.
And think about the fact that I asked this dude where did he want to go, and he said anywhere. So the fact that I decided to go for wings, I got the contrarian to say this is a really bad idea.
Well, I mean, he got to be the top.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
If you ask me where I want to go for dinner, I'm going to tell you exactly where I want to go to dinner, what kind of cuisine I want, and let's do that. And if you're okay with that, that's where we're going to go. But if I say I don't care, you pick, then I'm going to let him pick.
Oh, I would love.
Do you want me to psychoanalyze that whole situation?
Really. Okay, so moving on.
That's completely.
Bam! I mean, talk about contrarian.
I know.
Go ahead and
Lord. I just like small little things. So there are things that I didn't know that you didn't say about this person, and the fact you were taking them to Pluckers. If you guys are looking to evolve a friendship into a romantic relationship, I think you have to have a clear start point.
Well, I need to get to know him a little bit more before I can decide whether I want.
I just think your first date with this person would be a little bit more thoughtful,
intimate
than Pluckers.
And that will help establish a clear line to start from, and it will show them that you are serious about. Okay, like let's figure out.
You have given some thought into where you're taking this person.
Yes,
I'm not going that direction at all. But that you're looking
so
to.
I think I'm going to actually call my
not friend zone him
that I pay to give me professional advice.
About where to take this guy.
About what it says to.
Okay, I will tell you. Okay, Carlos, I will tell you this, and I will tell you this.
When I take somebody out, I go the extra mile of picking them up. I'll try to open the door, so I try to be chivalrous and whatnot. So.
And if
what if
there's like gameplay?
Follow what Carlos
says. But Carlos, here's the thing. The last time I told a guy, I don't care where you take me for dinner, He took me to a Italian Spanish hybrid Mexican restaurant that I was confused by when I walked in because I'm like,
but that's your fault.
Why are there sombreros and
but they're like volatile Italian first date foods that are like stay away from that for the first date because
Italian stereotypes on the wall. What is going on with this place?
Right, might give you gas.
And I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, I don't know why I let him
wait
the place because
this sounds like an adventure.
It was an adventure, and I went on an adventure. Because in my profile it says I'm adventurous.
So read between the lines.
Warning label: adventurous.
I'm reading the fine print. You're an unappreciative bitch.
Because I'm adventurous when it comes to a lot of things.
Except when
Mama is not
in the sense of like,
I don't get adventure.
And I let him take me there, and we had a good time, but the food was not that great. And I didn't want to tell him that the food was not that great here.
His apartment with some pastrami.
I would have rather had the pastrami.
Or bologna.
I would have rather had the bologna.
Or sausage.
I would have rather had the bologna.
Or links.
Because what if I put it in your head that hey, you take me wherever you want to, and I end up at Popeyes? I mean,
there are certain questions that
I would be asking myself, why would you take me to Popeyes?
To like set up something that indicates that I have been paying attention to you and the conversation that we have had thus far. That doesn't apply to your situation because you've known him prior to this,
exactly.
And you had a platonic relationship. Whether you had sex or not, it was still platonic in the sense that you guys were not a romantic.
No, we're not romantic.
You know,
and I don't know if I want to yet.
Right.
But I think he has good values to where I can actually look into.
Oh, so this is sort of like a go get a coffee type thing.
No, this is.
I mean, this is more like I want to hang out with you to even see if I like you.
Should we give it a go or not?
This is me trying to figure out whether I really everything that I've seen is more real.
So it's like a preliminary.
You can say that, but it's still a date.
Okay,
it's still a date.
Well, what is a date but a tryout?
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
And then you have regionals, and then you have, the championship.
Yeah, but
and you get a championship
I'm gonna be honest. On a first date, if I'm on like one of the apps or what have you, and you tell me you want to take me out, hey, let's go out and hang somewhere. There are two places that I do not want to hang on a first date. I'm not going to a bar, and I'm not going to a restaurant. Let's go have coffee. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. Let's see how we feel.
I gotta go to a restaurant.
I'm not going to a restaurant on the first
What's wrong with the restaurant?
I just don't think. I think that a restaurant.
I agree with the bar. I agree with the bar thing. The bar thing is a terrible.
That's a terrible idea. The bar is not ideal.
Not for more than one drink. Not for more than one drink.
Well, and if you're going to a gay bar, I mean, that's too much distraction.
That's too much distraction.
Right, you're not putting your best foot forward.
Now, however, if I'm going to some place, if I'm going to some place that's
great. That's something everyone's bad at.
That's casual. We're having a glass of wine and we're chatting. That's a different story. I don't know why, but it kind of is.
I can't. What did you say? Because they're jibber jabbering over there.
But the thing is that to go to a full-on bar on the first date, no, I don't want to. No, I just don't find that as a first date.
It depends on the bar.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people go for that nowadays.
We had
it is a thing.
It is a thing.
We went to dinner and then we went to a bar that just had tequila.
That's okay.
And we did tequila flights.
That's okay, but that's my second date. We went to dinner. We had a great time during dinner. We want to hang out a little while longer. We're full of food. We're full of food, and we're going to go have
you're going to have one or two drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you're just going to hook up, I actually like to meet them at a bar to see if I like them, and then we can go hook up. Because I don't like to go, sometimes I don't like to go straight to their place. I like to see how they are first.
It's just that.
I have to see how they are first.
I get people, or used to get people who I would chat with, and who would just abandon the chat because I asked so many questions. Because I prefer to be an informed consumer. So like they just want to like not send me a face picture and want my address kind of chat. It's I really don't get down with that.
So
like,
let me ask
strangers.
Let's ask a question now that we're in the age that we're in. How much should we talk about ourselves when we are talking to someone on an app, and how much should we reserve for when we actually go on a date? Because I feel like we talk about so much. Oh my God, I like this. You like this too? Let's talk about this and that. And we will talk for hours on the phone. But as soon as we get out on the date, we have nothing to talk about.
They can't talk.
Because you're already a married couple, because you spend all the time you spend
exactly. So where do we find the balance between having enough conversation to get to the point of going out on a date without giving away everything?
I would make it a point
before we go on the date
to like reserve things, like it's something you don't know about them. Like, oh, I just thought of this. What is this? And then you have like a new topic that you're talking about at the date, and you're not worried about dried up.
Well, I've made a deliberate intent to limit my texting in general and my messaging very limited, even to friends. Like if I'm gonna chat with someone a lot, I usually try and talk to them in person or see them in person.
You couldn't tell from a group chat. You guys talk till 1 a.m.
I was gonna say
I have looked up at 1 a.m. and I'm like, these bitches are still talking.
What?
Go to bed.
It's usually just a few here and there.
That's usually me, and it's me sending like 2 gifts in response to the 84 messages everyone's been sending all day because I haven't paid any attention all day.
I once looked up at my phone and it said 90 messages. Yes, it said 90 messages.
No, that's them and sending all these images.
I'm like
selfies.
I am. If you ask, if you ask, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I'm a very open book about anything, everything. And if I have something to say, I'm just going to say it. So is that too chatty on a chat? Yes, of course it is.
I think there's a formula to doing it. Why do we do online profiling and online social media sites? It's like, it's to be efficient about it. So what is the thing that ends a relationship? It's not all the things you like about them. It's all the things you can't stand. The things that people can't stand about you. So why wouldn't you fill your online profile with all the things that weed out the people that you're not going to mess with, instead of filling with your interests and what you want? Because that leaves the availability for you to find those things out together.
And how is that working for you?
I'm sorry?
How is that
well, no one can see that on a. No one can see that on a podcast.
Yeah,
so we're just gonna go.
We're just gonna go.
No, I mean that works out.
Don't look over there. There's nobody behind the curtain.
Nobody behind the curtain.
Other than my ex, who was just a. I mean, he was a piece of work.
Don't go down that road, girl.
Oh no, I'm not going down that road. I'm just saying, like, that was a very isolated thing. But like, we never not had anything in common. I mean, other than his affinity for massage therapists.
Okay, don't go down that road, girl.
I feel like you've mentioned that
I just
twice.
don't like massages in general.
You don't like massages?
No.
Who doesn't like a massage?
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah, and you just told us that too.
No, I've had one massage in my life, and I just don't like it.
David White doesn't like massages.
Maybe you've just had the wrong type of massage. What did you like about it?
I love massages.
I'm an introvert, which means I don't want a complete stranger.
You don't like
it all over my naked body.
No, but come out. So you will not accept a massage from anyone, not even your significant other.
Oh no, that is totally different than going to a massage parlor.
Oh, you just don't like strangers touching your body.
I'm not talking about sexual massage.
Right, no.
I'm talking about an actual massage.
Right. So go and get a massage, like a clinical medical massage. I would never ever go to an actual massage parlor or like somebody like that.
No, but you can actually get a therapist that does it all the time.
No, I know, but I
have a massage therapist.
But I wouldn't. I would never get.
Oh, so you know the person now?
Oh, well, now I know the person.
Is it a guy or a girl?
But if it has to be,
really,
and he's straight. But
if it has to be a super uncomfortable experience for me to get there,
3 massage therapists in my life, and I kept them for a lot of years. So and it's once.
Wait, do they give you happy endings?
No, that's why I said non-sexual.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. No. I definitely don't pay for sex.
Fine print. Only paying attention.
I've never had.
So can I?
I can give.
I'm curious because I want to ask this.
No,
question.
I don't want a happy thing. That's why I'm asking.
I don't like.
Can I ask this question?
But
I don't have a problem with people.
All the shouts that come up on Growlr about massage therapists who come into town.
Those are.
Is that a
prostitutes?
Those are
a good proportion of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
because they always seem to come into town from out of town.
Yeah, they
and I'm like, wait, I can go get a massage therapist down the street. Why would I want somebody from out of town?
This is the reason why I know
because they fucked everyone in their town.
Is because I actually, a guy that was a massage therapist said, "Hey, you're a photographer. I would like to do a photo shoot with some gifts or things that my clients have given me, and I want to give them a picture with whatever they gave me." And I was like, okay, so I came to So I came over to his hotel, and I put my background, I had my camera, and so I did the photo shoot, and then, of course, I gave him the photos like a couple days after. So, but he is a prostitute. I mean, regardless of how you want to call it, he's a prostitute, because...
I would like to say sex worker. I don't really like to say prostitute.
I like to say prostitute.
I like to say sex worker. You're doing work and you're getting paid for it. You're a sex worker. I don't like. I just don't.
I feel like sex worker is ambiguous. Could it mean other things?
Right.
It could.
You work in the sex industry.
Yeah, you work in.
That could mean you work in an SD.
You work in the sex industry. So why not? You're a sex worker.
Okay, everyone at Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never.
Whose phone is that?
But have you not looked at those and thought,
Never.
Maybe I'd like to. I thought about it once or twice, and I'm like, their rates are too high.
So
$90 for a half an hour? What are you doing?
Shit.
That's a
lot. You're telling me that you have not had sex with a good-looking guy like that?
No.
I don't have it to pay.
No.
You have not?
No.
I've never paid
Why would
for
you
sex.
assume that I would?
Without paying.
Without paying? Without paying.
Like, you're telling me that you have not...
You've banged a guy that hot.
That hot. Without
just
paying.
To bang him.
Just
it was not a quid pro quo.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
that's what he's saying.
Why would you even bother paying?
Right.
Yes. Because I wanted the massage. Because I want the massage.
Exactly. You're going to get a half-ass massage.
But
his oils are going to give you back knee.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to drain your bank account. And he's going to ruin your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to run back to Austin.
You might get a rash.
Oh, wait.
We don't need any more rashes.
I was going...
Mm-hmm. So, wait, how do you find a good masseuse? Non-sexual?
Go to Massage MB.
And do you say I want a guy? Because I don't want a girl give me a massage.
I had a girl on the cruise.
I just want a man to give me a massage.
My first massage therapist was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
But then she got married to a guy that does massage therapy, and she was like, he's a lot stronger because I like deep tissue.
Yeah.
He's like,
Me too.
I like to be manhandled.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
So, but I do like it as
deep
well.
Tissue,
deep tissue. Balls deep, is that what you said earlier?
The balls deep.
So her husband
I like that. So
gives you the deep
so
tissue.
eventually she said you might want to just have him do it because I don't have the strength. I'm like, okay, cool. So then he was my massage therapist for a long time, but they moved out of the city. So then I actually went on Google and searched for a lot of massage therapists, like legit massage therapists.
Right.
And so I tried one or two and I didn't like them until I found this guy that was really good. And so I've been going with him for a couple of years.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His name doesn't start with an O, does it?
No.
Okay. Or a C?
No.
Okay, thank God.
How about an M? S-T-R?
It starts with one letter of the alphabet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just was curious about those two specific.
Something. Yeah, you mentioned earlier.
Name was Jaded. I'm Jaded, yeah.
No,
That's so funny we're talking about massages because I have so many positive memories.
So
it's a really good.
I probably need a good massage.
And the reason I'm into massage therapists is because my dad was a massage therapist, and he would give everybody in the house, like whenever we would hurt ourselves or fall or whatever, he would give us a massage, and I'm used to that. But when he would read books and find new techniques of massage, he would use us as guinea pigs, so I'm used to that. And so
guinea pig. That's funny. Sorry.
Yeah. So
that was one of their nicknames.
Got me used to getting a massage.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
But a legit massage, no happy endings, no sexual anything.
Wait, okay. So I have a question. When you get a massage, do you get a boner?
Yes.
Sometimes you do.
More often than
not. Because you relax.
So
and when you relax,
I was embarrassed because.
So what do you do when you're getting a massage and you have a hard on?
Because the whole rest of you was uncovered then. When
I was
Let me tell you.
No, I was embarrassed because it was a woman giving me a massage, and she warned me ahead of time that it might happen.
You're like, nah, bitch.
And I'm like,
you ain't got it for me.
You don't. Mm-mm.
And she tried.
But then she's
like, oh, I'm going to give this
she's giving me a massage, and she's talking about her husband. And she's describing her husband.
Now
and she's like, you know, my husband has skin like yours. My husband has muscles like yours. And my husband is built like you. And I just kept thinking.
Were you in the other room?
She wanted to tap.
What's going on? What's going on? And then I got so excited.
She wanted to stick her finger up your butt.
She was proving a point.
No,
she's like, I'm going to give this motherfucker a boner. One way or the other. Then she found out you were gay.
Because you
I said that at the beginning. I'm gay. It's not going to happen.
Exactly. So she started talking about her husband. She's like, watch this.
So it does happen. Now, it happened with me with a lady, but we weren't talking. So I was a little embarrassed, but I decided to say, okay, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one that this has ever happened to. So I'm just going to relax and eventually it went away, thank God. Then I had the same reaction with her husband.
But aren't you just wearing a towel and you're naked?
No, they put a blanket on top of you.
Sheet, yeah.
But in reality, I mean, you remove your clothing based on how comfortable you are.
Yeah.
I get completely naked.
It's right.
You can wear underwear. You can wear shorts. You can do whatever.
You can wear shorts. You can wear underwear. I would definitely not wear a shirt for sure. But I get completely naked. I don't care.
And you kind of get into like this sedated, almost sleep sort of state. So it's kind of the equivalent of like being on that verge. So you could think of it as like accidental like morning wood. Like it keeps you in this conscious, subconscious on the edge there where you're, you know, where you are in the morning when you get a fucking boner.
Right.
And then you roll over on your kickstand and then, great, I can't go back to sleep now.
So now I got to finish it off so I can go back to sleep and blah, blah, blah. But the thing
I wrestled a dragon this morning with one hand.
So here's another question when it comes to social media and the growlers and the grinders and all this other stuff.
We'll go back to that.
Has anyone been to a sex party? Because I've always been curious about that.
No, I have not.
They just sound really...
They sound disgusting, but at the same time, I'm like, I would like to go just to see what it's all about.
When I'm high, I fantasize about them. But,
really?
Yeah.
Now, have you had a threesome?
Yeah, I've had a foursome.
I've had threesomes like so many times. It's ridiculous.
I have. I've had a foursome a couple times.
Been down that road.
I've had a couple threesomes.
I heard this story about Mumbles the penguin.
But I've been down that road. But the thing is that I've always wanted to see, because they always on Growlr. It's always like, hey, come on over at 2 a.m.
It's like
you pay like $20 to get in. We got.
I imagine it would just be like a bathhouse.
We got booze.
Kind of, except it's like a private.
It's a private party.
And although I mentioned the fact that I've had a couple of threesomes before, I really don't like. They were fun, but there's nothing like, and that's what I think that I won't enjoy a sex party because as it is, to me a threesome is not as good or as enjoyable as a one-on-one because my whole thing is allow me to focus on you and you focus on me.
Right.
Well, I mean, I've been to bathhouses before, so I don't think it would be any big deal. But I've never been to something.
Everyone should be.
I feel like a sex.
There's anything wrong with it.
As opposed to a bathhouse, I feel like a sex party is a bit more intimate.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more.
It's less anonymous. It's
less anonymous and that kind of thing.
And it's STDs, the same amount of risk, and the same amount of.
And more so because they really they don't require to see your ID or anything like that, so you never know who you're getting. You just bank on the chance of like, oh, I know the person whose house this is. They're obviously gonna like set ground rules, etc., etc.
I would probably do it at least once just to get it out.
I think I'd like to give it a try. try at least once.
I'm intrigued now. I'm piqued.
I'm
titillated.
I would like to give it a try once.
You can go to them, and like I've been to one of those houses. I didn't take many of my clothes.
You know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that the more
they gave me a tour of like, where to find everything. Like this room's for this, this room's for that. You know, if you want to smoke, this is where we smoke. The drinks are in the kitchen. Blah blah blah. Kind of like a stewardess.
But you know the funny thing is, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I wonder if this could be one of our adventures.
Oh God!
Oh no!
If this could be one of our adventures,
I do it.
One of our adventures?
Yes, one of our adventures.
What if we saw What if we saw each other naked? That would be weird.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we'd be wrapped in a towel or something.
You'd never get invited back to the show, Chris.
Actually,
Joe would be all angry.
Why would I be angry?
You guys in your Schwartz.
Why would I be angry?
No,
no.
I'm definitely a grower, so you wouldn't even know. You would have to get the goods excited to know exactly what's going on down here.
Joe was definitely like, I'm bigger than you because I'm black.
Right, and Chris was like,
that's when we first started being on the air, but then you're kind of Italian too, so you're kind of like,
because you guys have like this Ohio State Michigan rivalry.
And then you said that you're 8.5.
Did I?
Yeah, you sure did. Because I thought it was him that said that it was you.
Yeah, I tweeted in the private text chat. I didn't announce it on.
No.
On the radio, did I?
On the podcast.
Oh, did I?
And then,
my phone
and the funny thing is that the asexual at the table went, "Oh, I should have been here for that episode because I'm the biggest
clearly
one
I
at the
wasn't
table."
here.
Clearly, I wasn't here because I'm the biggest one at the table.
Right. I'd have been balls ahead of you guys. I'd have been head and shoulders.
Well, wait, that was an interpretation of what he said.
I know. I played it.
It was ambiguous.
That was not what he said. That's not what he intended.
No, that's not what he.
But it was still funny.
It was hilarious. It was perfectly worded. Definitely perfect. You know, we're eating potato chips like we're just sitting here having a
conversation. Who's eating potato chips?
I do. I do it for sure.
No, that to me is tempting.
Are those potato chips?
What? Going to a sex party?
No.
With friends.
Why would that be tempting?
Especially if I am drunk.
Oh God, yes, you
girl. That would be you. Well, no, that would also be me.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
me and Chris would be in the corner like, oh my fucking God.
Oh my God. You're talking about
they won't stop touching their people. Just give up. They're touching everyone.
I was not touching you.
Oh, well, then I would have to. I want to see the experience, so I probably wouldn't drink because I just want to see the experience. I don't want to get it. Look, when I'm in those situations, drinking is not something that I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink because I don't want to get into a situation.
I'd be nervous they would have other stuff there that I would be tempted to do.
That would make me very nervous. Yeah,
I'm not very good at keeping myself away
there for sure.
Well, the definite thing is that I probably might have one or two drinks and then that's it.
For me, that will probably kill it.
I don't want to get
I'm super emergency preparedness. Like, if I'm in an environment where
I don't know anybody,
escape route, and I don't have any kind of network.
I'm not like that. I throw caution to the wind.
I'm definitely like
even your haircut.
Even when I travel to places that I don't know, drinking is not. It's not on the table. I like to know I like to know my surroundings.
That happened one time to me in Minneapolis. I got shitty wasted. But to be fair,
you were in a shitty place.
I don't know.
I was in a shitty place, but it had not been my first time in the city. Like, I knew these bartenders. I've been coming to see them for years. You know, I used to go to Minneapolis for a week in my birthday, every year. I stay at the same hotel. I go to the same bars. I have the same bartender.
That's a different story.
So right, exactly. But I got shitty wasted. But it didn't turn out well because I really was a tourist in the city. I didn't have a residence.
Is that a fountain pen? What?
And it's definitely a cautionary tale of even though you've been here and you know these people, you're still not from here.
I mean, we lost the weatherman on a gay cruise. I'm not going to be that weatherman. Yeah, do y'all not remember the story from the Weather Channel? One of the One of the meteorologists went on a gay cruise. He did too much drugs and he overdosed and he died on the cruise.
Oh wait.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Wait, this is recent.
How long ago was that?
Oh, this was like 2 or 3 years ago.
No, because they arrested... Oh, I'm thinking of something.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. He died on a cruise ship because he...
I thought that was Goldie Hawn.
No, Goldie Hawn is still alive, bitch.
Oh, that's that movie. No. Never mind. That's...
I would never go on a cruise, a gay cruise with all of you.
A gay cruise? First of all, do you know how much a gay cruise costs? And secondly, we would never see each other.
Second, we never.
Well, I mean, we would never. Some of us are more whores than others.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not even that. It's just being like in a compressed tube for a whole week, like not being able to.
Oh, I've been on cruises like a lot of times, and
not with any of us.
I've never been on a cruise.
But
why would we go on a gay cruise when they're going to start coming out with Star Wars cruises? I feel like Star Wars cruise trumps gay cruise because we have bathhouses here in Houston.
I mean, I guess if you want to go on a Star Wars cruise,
I don't want to deal with a boat full of incels who can't get laid.
Terrible. That sounds terrible.
No, they can't get laid. I get laid.
Chubby nerds? Oh my goodness.
Actually, that would be cute. A bunch of nerds.
I pass. That's a hard pass for me.
Bunch of nerds.
It's like band camp nerds. They get plenty of.
I'll go on the gay cruise. You guys have fun.
And they have better
play with your
costumes.
lightsabers.
I have no idea.
Halloween
I'm torn now.
Okay, Natalie and Julia.
I'm torn.
Calm down.
Because a gay cruise, like I said, a gay cruise is super. Girl,
gay Star Wars.
David White and I tried years ago to see how much it would cost to get on a gay girl. It was $10,000.
What?
I'm like,
What?
No,
No, I'm sorry.
What great cruise are
to
you
have
on?
the kind of accommodation
I was gonna
that
say,
he and I like.
I went on a
you're so bougie.
Yeah, because we're not staying in no little porthole at the bottom of the ship.
Right.
No, we have to
stateroom.
We have to have a stateroom with a balcony and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
I was gonna do that.
Our
It was
Disney
gonna be like
cruise was
3,000.
just about that.
But not 10,000.
It just depends on how many days you're going to. It could have been a 10-day cruise.
It was a 10-day cruise.
Oh, okay.
And 10 days on the ocean with a bunch of gay men, girl, I'd be dead by the end of it. No, thank you.
Well, they set you off at the port.
Girl, I'd be dead by the end of it. I'd die with a smile on my face, though. But I'd be dead by the end of the cruise.
Right there on the pool deck.
I don't think I'd like it.
There she went.
A cruise
we
doesn't
thought he was
sound...
sunbathing. I was like, for 3 days? He's been laying there for 3 days.
There she is.
There she is.
All right, girls.
It's awesome.
It's in
She's
time.
just sleeping. Don't worry about her.
It's in time. It's time to call this a day.
Put a
Time to put a cork in this. And,
It was fun.
it was fun.
Put your cork in it.
I want to say a couple of things, though. Hey, for those of you who are listening, if you got some funny profiles you want to share or any of that stuff, you know where to go. Go to our Facebook page, go to our Instagram page, go to our Twitter page, and just put those.
Yeah, send us your profile and we'll read the fuck out of it.
We'll read the fuck out of it. Let's have some fun with it.
Oh my god, yes. Post them under hashtag/tag.
Hashtag/tag. Just put your profiles up there. We're going to read them and let you know how we feel about them.
We're going to read them and then read you, bitch.
You're going to get read.
You're going to get read.
Look at that.
So,
there you go. Next week, library's open.
Miss Pinky,
Drag queen reading.
you want to take us out?
Let's just go around the park.
Is it a pickle park?
Maybe.
I don't know, but it's in the show. You going to end this?
Well, I mean, everyone else has to go first.
Okay.
Oh, what are we doing?
Say bye, Chris.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm Elliot, bitch.
I was talking to the asshole standing behind you. Okay, Carlos, how about you?
All right. Fue un gusto estar aquí. No, it was a pleasure being here. I had a lot of fun. Don't forget, you can find me at cville20035 on Instagram. Carlos Villegas on my Facebook, and my business Instagram is CV Photography.
And Pluckers Friday at 7.
Yes, I'll go to Pluckers. Which one?
He's not actually going to Pluckers on Friday at 7.
Which one?
I'm still thinking.
Which one?
Wait, it's tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow.
Can you imagine Carlos sitting at a table with his date and people going,
That's him.
"That's him."
If you actually see me, just say hi.
Mm-hmm. So.
I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. That's the end of the show.
Just keep your.
That's it. That's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Joel, say goodbye.
Joel, say goodbye.
Oh, good Lord, goodbye. I want to watch My Hero Academia. You bitches need to get out so I can smoke some weed and watch my stories, which is my anime.
Oh my God. Hold on, I have a button for that before I do my sign off. I have a button for that.
You have an app for that?
There is.
Smoke weed every day.
In the Lord, the only doctor to ever need.
I like the fact that you're
making a house.
I know.
You're to prepare the whole show with your phone next to the mic to play something, and then you were told no, and then at the end it's like, "Where's my phone?"
So, if you ain't gonna be good, y'all, be good at it. This is everybody all
signing off.
Dry.
Bye.
Sober.
Sober and ready to go.
Fuck you, sober.
Fuck you, sober.
Everybody say fuck you, sober.
I'm spectacularly sober.
Sober.
You can hit the off button.